Hello people, how are we all? I hope you're all having a wonderful day, evening, week, weekend, whenever you're watching this.
Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend, for it's our last refrain. Forever young, ever strong, ever brave. Memories like this never end, no they don't fade away. So when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun.
I haven't done like a proper sit down chatty video in such a long time. I feel like I've just been doing vlogs, which I'm really enjoying. Like I like documenting my life and like sharing things that I get up to, as well as like chatting about shit that makes me happy and unhappy. It'd be nice to just do like a chatty get ready with me, chill summer makeup. I say summer makeup, I am actually going to be applying a foundation, so it's not going to be like super lightweight, but all of the products that I'm using are like really dewy and like glowy and like perfect for summer, in my opinion. I basically wanted to do like a little mini like life update. Yeah, just wanted to walk through different parts of my life, because I feel like, yeah, my vlogs have been a bit more chaotic recently and just been like snapping from day to day rather than like properly walking through my emotions and thoughts. Like I had maybe a mini chat about finances and money struggles in my recent vlog, but that's about it. So starting off, I'm going to be using these products for underneath my foundation. I'm using the Elemis Superfood Glow Priming Moisturiser and also the Kiko Milano Hydro Pro Glow, you know. For that, I just remembered, got to put our SPF on. So this is the Bioderma Photoderm SPF 50, but it actually has like a bit of a tint in it as well, which is quite nice. I've had like SPF in foundations, but this is like a 50 that has a bit of a tint in. I'm going to put that on first. And I saw a video recently where someone was applying how much SPF you should put on your face, and I always put way too little, so I've been like upping that as well. So that's your reminder to do that too. So first things first, maybe a little nice happy update on the flat situation. So me and Aiden have obviously been living in the flat now for I think almost 8 months, like 7 months-ish, which is so bizarre. Like I can't believe how quickly that time has flown, but it also feels like I've been living in this flat for the longest time, and I am like obsessed with it. Like I really want to move to this area permanently in London because I'm like that obsessed with it right now. Although obviously that can change, I guess. Like love the area that we're in. Like it's so different to Earl's Court, but I like love it so much, and I like can really see myself living here for like a really long time. And I'm like, I wish I could buy a flat in this building. That is like my main aim. Like if I could win the lottery or have like a dream wish that someone wanted to make. Why are there so many sirens? I love how I've gone like, this is my dream area, and then all of these sirens start going off in the background. That's wonderful. Yeah, if anyone could grant me my dream wish, it would be to buy me a flat in this building. If no one knew, like we're obviously just renting here. Like if you think I can afford to buy a flat in London, you would be definitely wrong. I have saved some money in lockdown, but not enough to buy a London flat. I'm very jealous to anyone who has the funds to do that, or the parents who have saved up money for them to do that. Like that is literally incredible, but that is not the case for me. Like I will have to put a deposit down with my own money, so that will probably take a couple more years, but that is my like dream aim. Like by the time that our 2-year lease is up, I wish I had the amount of savings to put a deposit down, but it doesn't look massively likely at this point in my life. So we're just rolling with it, and I'm gonna keep working hard and try my best. But yeah, I'm super happy in this flat. We're adding little bits here and there now. We've got like most of the main things that make a home a home. But we've been enjoying being plant parents and learning more about all of these like wonderful plants behind me. We've got birds of paradise over there. You can sort of see the top of one of the monstera leaves, I think. But yeah, it's really interesting learning about plants, and like we said, if you've been watching the vlogs, if we can look after the plants, we can get a puppy, and if we can look after the puppy, then we can have a baby. So small baby step. Moving on to base makeup, so I'm going to be using NARS Sheer Glow No Shock there, and actually this really cool concealer that I've been loving. It's the L'Oreal Paris Infallible More Than Concealer, and I've actually been using this as a base on some time. Moving on to mental health, so I feel like I've been really getting into like making sure I'm journaling every day. It was something I was doing in lockdown, and it was keeping me in check and making sure that I was like feeling good in myself. And I felt like I dropped that when I moved to London for the first year with Carrie. I just feel like I wasn't journaling enough. I wasn't like checking in with myself and making sure that what I was doing was right for me and my body and my needs. Whereas like now I feel like I'm in like a way better routine. Maybe it's because like I've got Aiden in a normal like 9 to 5 style job, and like I'm getting up at the same time as him and like trying to make boundaries and set myself hours, because it's hard to do that with self-employed life, like making sure you've got like healthy boundaries. Like I struggle like setting healthy boundaries with myself. So yeah, I feel like maybe that being in a routine is maybe making my mental health better in that sense, and the fact that I'm journaling more is definitely like helping me, because even though right now like my mental health isn't like its peak, it is best, I'm like aware of what I need to do to make myself feel better, which is always great. If you're someone like me, like I don't like not knowing what's wrong with my head, because I feel like it makes me spiral into like a worse state of mind. But because like I know that like the things that are annoying my brain or like getting me down, like I feel like I can work on them like one by one at my own pace, and that's going to be good for me. So if you're currently struggling right now, try journaling. Like it might not work for everyone, but it has certainly worked for me, and for the people who I've suggested it to before in my life, they found it really useful as well. So go do it. Literally you just need a notebook and a pen. Like I'm not going to be sitting here like use my self-love journal, even though that's what I use, and because it's my own product I don't want you to feel like I'm shoving it down your throat. Literally all you need is a notebook and pen, and I've started like sharing some of my journal prompts on my like Instagram and my TikTok. So if you're struggling on like, oh, I've got the notebook and pen and I don't know what to write, go check those out, because that is where you need to be. I've gone a bit foundation heavy. I think I put way too much product on my brush, so that's annoying. Oh well, I'm going to be filming, and I always feel like you know, like when you do like show makeup and stuff and it's slightly more over the top, it doesn't show up as much on camera. So right now I feel like I look a bit clowny in real life, but on the camera it probably doesn't look as bad on my skin. One of the things that I feel like has made my mental health bad is that I've become like really overwhelmed by a lot of stuff, and it's weird because I feel like I'm on top of everything. Like I'm not falling behind or not working hard enough. Like I just feel like there's a lot of things going on right now that's stressing out my brain, and even when I'm writing them down, like it's not making it too much easier, like although I know the problem. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna try and slow down and like really wind it in and do things every day that are making me happy and prioritizing me, because I think that's where a lot of my head stresses are coming from, is like pleasing other people or putting other people before myself. So that's my priority for this week, is like do more me things. So journaling, make sure I'm journaling every day, which I've been doing. Reading more has been making me feel so much good. Like me and Aiden have been sat outside reading on the balcony in the sun, because it's been like super hot, like the heat wave and everything. So it's been really nice to do that. I need to scrapbook more. I think that's where like the wholesome evenings like that offline are just like exactly what I need when I'm in like an overwhelmed headspace, because it really like relaxes me and makes me realize like the most important things in life are like the small things that make me happy. For other base products that I'm using on top of my foundation, I'm using the Mocha Shape Stick from Be Perfect, the Jacqueline Jocelyn range. It's like a cream contour stick. I'm loving using cream products at the minute. I'm also using the Ciate Dewy Blush Gloss Tint in the shade Papaya. This has been my summer product of the year, 100%. I never used to wear blush. Like if you watch back all of my like get ready with me's or makeup videos, you'll be like, I always get blush because I've got red cheeks. I really liked it suddenly out of nowhere, so I don't know what made me change my mind. I think I just one day decided to apply some ink, and here we are. And then I'm also using the Ciate Dewy Highlight in Dewdrop on my cheekbone. So I'm gonna put all these products on, and then over the top I'm gonna put some Laura Mercier setting powder under my eyes and the Hoola bronzer over the top of the contour. So just thought I'd show you those before I start chatting again. Yeah, I just feel like I've been a bit lost at the minute in life. I think it's not helping. I think there's just a lot of elements, you know, when you're nothing like major bad is happening, but a lot of like things have mounted up in different elements of your life. My financial situation isn't great right now. If you've watched like one of my recent vlogs, like I'm not feeling like massively financially stable. Is a big stress, I think, for people who are in the social media industry, and not a lot of people talk about it, which I feel like makes me feel even worse. Yeah, that's not been great, I'm not gonna lie. I saw a hack on TikTok to like put on your setting spray as you're applying cream products, because it makes them easier to blend. So I just felt like I needed it because I've got my dry ass skin. I don't know, I just felt like I needed to prioritize that for like, and that was interfering with other elements of my life without going into too much detail that involve other people. So, which obviously I don't want to speak about other people's business on here. So yeah, I don't know, I just felt like I've had to make some changes recently for my financial situation, try and put me and my family in a better place, So that's currently in the process of changing, which you'll probably find out very soon. I've recently been getting a lot of questions about like friendships and finding friends in London. Like a lot of people have ended up moving to London and then struggling to like make friends because it's like a very big pool, especially if you're moving now. Like I always say that when me and Carrie moved, like I actually quite liked it. Like it was in the middle of lockdown and there was like no one around, but it meant that when we went on for like our walks of the day, it was like derelict around London and we could like walk around and explore, and it felt more like a little town rather than like this big city. And like to me now, London doesn't seem very big because I've like walked all around it and done my like daily walks. Whereas like moving now, I feel like it would be a whole new story, and I feel like a lot more overwhelmed because it's back to sort of like normal, because there's a lot of people like wandering around the streets, you know what I mean? Like Oxford Street is manic again, and it was like derelict in lockdown. Like there was like barely any people walking along the road, and I was like, this is so weird. But anyway, there are so many ways to meet people in London. Like I think it is just like a scary thing. If you're into like fitness or wanting to start like a new class of some description, that is the perfect way to make new friends. When I started pole, like there's so many like lovely girls there, and nice familiar faces to see regularly every week, and then you can definitely blossom a friendship from somewhere like there. You've also got like amazing apps and stuff now, like Bumble, where you can meet friends on there, put like your interests on there, and you can match with people. Like if you like going to the theatre, for example, London's obviously the perfect place to go for that, and you're going to find people who also love the theatre, and you can do like theatre dates together. There's Gals Who Graduate that Printiki started, and it's like a massive base and community of girls who have graduated and who haven't graduated, and loads of them live in London. Like, so I think Bronte's even put on her story before that some people now live together because of that community, and she does like regular events and meetings and Zoom calls and things where you can meet loads of amazing people. And there's also a Facebook group, so if you're like struggling to find friends and you pop a message on there, someone is definitely going to reply to you and you're going to make a new friend. I also feel like navigating friendships in your 20s is like a wild thing as well, because you've gone from like at uni and at school seeing like your friends 24/7 to now like barely seeing them at all. And I feel like it's such a weird thing because you're like, am I even friends with them anymore? Or I don't know, I feel like it's quite difficult. Like I haven't got really that many friends from like school and uni. Like I have a handful and I'm really grateful for those people, but I feel like it's so hard not to get caught up when you see all of these like big groups of like girl mates and friends like all hanging out like all the time all together, and I'm like, oh, me and my friends all live so far away from each other. Are they still solid friendships? I don't know, I feel like you question a lot of things, and I do think social media is probably like the biggest part of that. Probably a big issue why we all second guess ourselves and don't think our friendships are working. But I think it's just like adjusting to adult life and realizing it's like not the same anymore, which is probably why, like, you know, when you're younger, like my parents would always be like, schools are the best year of your life. So I bet that's why, because like you got to spend like so much time with your friends, you didn't have to like pay for anything, didn't have any responsibilities. And like I would always be like, oh shut up, like I just want to be an adult and like have my own place and stuff, which I obviously love now. But you can definitely see why like parents say that shit when you're younger, because life is like so different from like even just from uni to now. I'm like a whole new person with whole new responsibilities, like trying to figure out life one day at a time. I feel like a lot of my questions that I get when it comes to like dilemmas or life in London, it's all to do with like friendships, and a lot of people don't think I'm friends with like my uni friends because I don't. You saw them all the time in my uni vlogs, like every single, I think I just put foundation on my new t-shirt. You saw my friends all the time in my uni vlogs because I lived with them and I used to see them all the time. Same with Carrie, like now I get questions like, are you still friends with Carrie? Do you miss Carrie? Like, where is Carrie? And I'm like, I don't live with her anymore, so you were used to seeing her every single day. Same with my uni friends, every single day, and then to not see them anymore and then get questions like, where are your friends? Like, are you friends with them anymore? Then I think I start questioning like, am I friends with them anymore? But I'm like, of course I am. Like, we just have completely different lives now. We're all in different jobs in different cities, and it's really sad, but it is like reality and life. And I feel like we put a lot of pressure on our friends and other people to be like these like perfect people with all the best qualities, but when you look back at it, like I'm not a perfect person and I shouldn't be expecting like too much from other people and like my friends when we're all going for our own struggles and own things in life. So yeah, that's my little random chat that no one asked for. Those glowy products are literally like a godsend. I feel like this makeup is going to come off in literally a millisecond. Hey, you just see Aiden through the mirror outside. I am going in eyebrows with Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Chocolate Brown and my Love Island X Revolution Brow Gel. It's the best brow gel I've ever used. It's like so intense, like it will lock your hairs into place forever. Me and Aiden are actually going to All Points East Festival, which is very exciting. I'm actually going to do my brows off camera, I think, because I need to be slightly closer to the mirror and I don't have a little one. 1 second. So can't lie, I just did my eyeliner and mascara off camera. So I used the Lancome Idol eyeliner and mascara. They're the best combo that I've used because I always get like smudging under my eyes, like even in winter, but especially in summer when it's like super hot. But this doesn't smudge because it's like waterproof and it's just a godsend. So use those two, and then on my lips I'm using the Too Faced Cocoa bold lipsticks from their new Better Than Chocolate collection. So I'm using the shades Chocolate Chip and Hot Chocolate, and then on top using the lip injection in the new chocolate scent as well. So, as I was saying, me and Aiden are going to All Points East Festival, which is in a couple of weeks' time. We're going on the Saturday, which is like Disclosure, her, Charlie XCX. I'm going there with Mitchum, which is really exciting. So I'm going like with the deodorant brand Mitchum, if any of you know. But I'm really excited. It's actually gonna be my first festival, you know, like I've never been to a festival in my life. I think I've said it before when I've done like old like festival style, like how I would do festival style makeup and stuff before. I think it's more the like crowded, crazy environment. Like I feel like I could be like really anxious and overwhelmed, but we're gonna brave it. We're gonna see what it's all about, and yeah, this looks like a good one. Like it doesn't look like it's going to be too chaotic, but we will see. It's in Victoria Park in East London. So yeah, I will be vlogging that so you can see some behind the scenes. I've also got my birthday coming up. I'm going to be 24, which is terrifying. Like I'm basically in my mid-20s. Bizarre. Like I could never imagine myself at this sort of age when I was younger. I don't know. It's terrifying, but I think I'm just going to have like a really low-key, like friends coming around, probably play board games, have some drinks in, and then on my actual birthday I'm going to see my family because my birthday lies on like a Sunday. Anything else I've got coming up? I think me and Aiden are going to probably plan New York for winter. I bought it for Aiden's 21st birthday and now he's like 23. And since we've come out of lockdown, everything's been a bit hectic with Aiden finishing his masters, me moving around London and into this flat. So I think we're going to go to New York in the later months, maybe when everyone's gone back to school and stuff, hopefully, so the price is a bit cheaper and so it's like a bit cooler. I'd rather go to like New York in like autumn, winter sort of time. So yeah, that's the holiday and trips plans coming up. I've made a few changes. I've got some other things going on in the pipeline for career-wise, so make sure you'll follow me over on Instagram to see some more insight into that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this makeup look. I'm just about to go shoot some reels in my lift in my building, so it's going to be quite embarrassing, but I feel like the idea I've got in my head is going to work out really nicely if I can execute it well. So that's what I'm off to do now. Hope you all have a great time, whatever you're doing after this, whether you're sitting binging YouTube videos or you're just watching me to get ready for your day or whatever. Let me know what you're doing while you're watching this video in the comments, and I will see you very soon for a brand new video. I very much enjoyed sitting down and chatting. I need to do these more often, I think. Bye guys.